Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jamal Simon.
And I'm Laura Casillas.
And welcome to this week's Culture Report. We've been away for a few weeks. We're relaxing, rejuvenating, get our energy back up.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Oh,
and it's been a little while.
I had a great Thanksgiving. I did. I had a great Thanksgiving. I feel like last time we talked about this, oh, no, was the last episode, did I tell you guys I was growing out my hair? I did tell y'all, and we're starting to approach that era that where things start to get interesting. So, Mallory, don't go too crazy with those single shots, please. With those single shots, please. It's a process.
Good. I like it.
Thank you.
It's not as bad as you made it out too long.
I think it's, we're not, just you wait. It gets very, very interesting. It gets interesting, but it's fine. Just wait. Spring, summer. Oh, y'all are ready. So take this all in, go through this journey with me, and I'll keep updating you. But I am noticing it's already a little bit of a task, but it's okay. I'm in it for the long run, so it's fine.
I love that. Well, I'm glad you're back, Jamal. And we're back to the show.
All right. Well, we have a lot to get into, and I know you didn't think we'd go another week without talking about the controversy that just won't stop. Every week is something new. Surviving Diddy. So last month, accusations came out about the music mogul Sean Combs, better known as P. Diddy or Puff Daddy if you rocked with him in the 90s, or just Diddy, It started after his ex Cassie sued him, accusing him of rape and abuse over their decade-long relationship. So that lawsuit was settled in less than 24 hours. They were quick with it. So within a week, 2 other women stepped forward with their own accounts of sexual assault by Diddy, dating all the way back to 1991. So over the past few weeks, several businesses have ended their relationship with Diddy, and other celebs are recounting their experience with him. So naturally, as we've seen with many cases with women coming forward with sexual assault accusations, there have been a lot of skeptics saying that the victims waited too long and there should be some sort of time limit. So
I don't know, Jamal.
They've been very vocal, and it's been very embarrassing for them, Laura.
But I mean, imagine that. So you have this powerful man, well known all over the world. Who's going to believe a woman just, over this powerful man? His words are probably, that's probably why they're discouraging a lot of women, because you're scared of this, victim blaming and shaming and, like you said, embarrassing them when you come out.
Especially back in the 90s. Diddy owned everything in the 90s.
Oh.
It was, especially late 2000s or mid 2000s. But I feel like people are like, oh, well, one, there should be a time limit on this stuff. You shouldn't be able to, decades later come out after something. I was like, first of all, there's no time limit on trauma. If something happened and you want to come clean about it, share your truth, there's no time limit. I was like, you don't know, what that person was going through mentally. And for the people that are like, oh, well, they just sat there and let it happen or whatever, I was like,
it could also be that you want closure at some point, and that's why it takes so long for you to actually come out. And also seeing other women coming out and speaking about it empowers you.
Yeah, and people always get skeptical when they see oh, well, okay, one person did it, now another person's doing it. More and more people come out. I'm like, that's power in numbers. There have been accusations about him for the past 2 decades at least. And people one off here and there. They're like, oh, whatever. And it's of course, you have a big music superpower like Diddy, of course,
Yeah.
he could pay people.
Well, he paid
on the hush hush
within 24 hours. That to me is also very interesting.
Oh yeah,
settle.
If I was his PR agent, I think that was probably smart on their end, just to move on to the next story. They're like, we don't need people talking about this for too long. But if these do turn out to be true, I was like, yeah. I'm so happy that these people came out. Like I said, there's power in numbers, especially someone with as much, clout as Diddy. Of course, you wouldn't want to just be one person, just oh, this happened to me. No one's going to listen. Yeah, they're going to brush it under the rug.
I'm hopeful that with us having conversations, more women coming out and having these conversations, that it does empower even more to, come out. And if you did go through anything like that, to seek help, because there is help out there. And, hopefully now it's easier to go after a person, even if they are a super powerhouse.
Hold these people accountable. Exactly. Nothing's been proven, so we'll wait to see. But if this is true,
we'll be following what's happened with these ones.
For sure.
All right, and Shanice Palacios was just crowned as Miss Universe 2023, but her win has triggered controversy in her home country of Nicaragua. For background, in recent years, Nicaragua's government has been aggressively squashing any form of dissent. The president is accusing the Miss Universe organization of, quote, conspiring against the nation. And after Palacios won, pictures of her participating in the 2018 anti-government protest emerged. The director of the Miss Nicaragua pageant has been banned from re-entering the country, and it's unclear if Palacios, who now lives in New York, will be allowed to go back to Nicaragua.
What?
So many questions. I know.
Yes, indeed. It's so many questions that I heard about this. I was like, what is going on in Nicaragua that I don't know about?
It's just sad that it's overshadowed like her win. It's the first time that she wins for the country, the first woman to win in Central America. And at first everybody was, very happy. I think people are very happy for this win because she's some sort of symbol of of her giving them hope for this country because it's a very repressive government. And so for her to win is just also giving, people hope. And then also the government initially did congratulate her for winning.
Okay.
That was, what happened before those pictures resurfaced.
Okay, so yeah, she was on their radar. Like everyone knew about her for the last few years or so. And now they're just mad because they saw her at these protests and things. So now they're punishing the head of the Miss Nicaragua pageant.
And she's been the head since 2001, Jamal. So I don't know why it took so long for them to actually go after her. But
why are they going after her? What is she? She wasn't at the protest.
She wasn't, but they're accusing her of being the one that rigged all these contestants and elevate them, the ones that are anti-government, according to the government, that she's basically encouraging these women to go and participate. And this time, one won. And again, first they congratulated her. The government did, and then they went after her and now have all these conspiracy claims, and which is very sad to see that. I mean, I'm hopeful that, people, however you want to see it, that are seeing hope in her, like being that voice of change in that country. I think that's where this is going and why this government feels so threatened.
Has the government always been like that? Like, if is that just something that's been a part of the culture?
It's supposed to be a democratic government, from what I understand. But since 2008, since those protests broke out, it was a time where they were anti-government. And according to activists, over 300 people died because it was, quick to be silenced. And ever since, they're banned. Citizens are banned from going and protest and marches. And even the flag is seen as a symbol of protest, the national flag, because they are now carrying the red and black one that represents the government.
Oh.
So
I didn't even know they had two different flags. Okay.
Yeah, we're not sure if Palacios is going to be allowed to return to the country, but we certainly will be following what happens from here now. But it's just unfortunate that now this win also means that she can possibly not be allowed to go back to the country.
The one that she's represented on a world stage. That's crazy.
Yes, very unfortunate, but we'll be following to see what happens. She hasn't come out and spoken on it, but we should see.
All right.
All right. And the nation's largest Spanish language media company, Univision, is facing backlash for its recent interview with former President Donald Trump. According to those calling for a boycott of the network, the interview painted Trump in a more favorable and, quote, friendly light than ever before. In the interview, the news anchor didn't challenge Trump on a number of falsehoods, according to those boycotting. In addition, the anchor didn't press Trump on his policies and views that impact the lives of Latin people, like immigration reform, DACA, or how he wants to end birthright citizenship for children born in the U.S. to undocumented parents. According to The Guardian, the network also apparently canceled current President Joe Biden's campaign ads that were set to air during the Trump interview.
Very interesting. I can say that does sound unfortunate. I just would hope that any media outlet, just in general, would have their viewers' best interests at heart. I know that, I'm not saying that there was some sort of agenda or anything. I just feel like there's a responsibility that you have as a media outlet to make sure that you provide the full story, or at least at the bare minimum, the issues that impact your viewership the most.
To ask those questions. During the interview, apparently there were some falsehoods that were made by the former president, and that was a chance for, in my opinion, that the anchor would challenge him on those. One of them was about the election, about winning the 2020 election, which there's ample evidence that that's untrue. But again, that's the responsibility of the anchor. And I've seen my family grow up watching Univision, and it scares me that sometimes a lot of Latino families and they get a lot of this information from Facebook, all their information from Facebook or the radio or other stations. And to have one place that is trustful, like that you can trust, and then have this happen, now I think people are going to have to be more careful, to make sure that you're questioning what you see now, not just take it for granted, because again, there's a lot of misinformation going around, and I think this was a missed opportunity to allow people to build an informed opinion.
Yeah, like even if there wasn't like misinformation, even if everything that was said was true, I feel like there was still an omission of like key topics, key like talking points that really mattered to those people. And I'm like, let's say that a Spanish speaking person, that's where they get their news. It's like they would walk away from that thinking like, oh, okay, I have the full story, I know who I'm voting for. And that's not the case.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a disservice, and I would implore people to just, I guess, check multiple sources, make sure to do your homework, no matter what media outlet you choose, like make sure you have multiple. I would hope that all media outlets would keep that in mind, but I guess not.
Yeah, and I hope like when they have other political candidates that A, they want to go to the station, and two, that they give them the same, time and courtesies.
Absolutely.
So.
All right, so Lil Nas X says that it's time to take his horse to the Old Town Church. He's dipping his toes into the cool, holy waters of Christian music, and people aren't happy about it. So the singer released a clip of the new song with the caption reading, "Y'all mind if I enter my Christian era?" So people were quick to fire back saying that Christianity is not an era, and religion shouldn't be made light of. Most of the backlash was about Nas's past music video that showed him giving a lap dance to the devil, very risque. Ooh. But it's something that he said was a direct response to all the hate he received when he came out as gay. So a lot of this was from the black community, like, oh my goodness, we have so much work to do because we're always preaching for equality and this and acceptance and
inclusivity.
Inclusivity is saying that lives matter, but when it comes to like queer people in the black community, like we are demonized like crazy, especially when it comes to like in the church and Christianity and things like that. So I got what he was saying, like whenever he did the music video, and like he just went straight to hell and started dancing with the devil, because that's what everybody was saying. Like after he came out, they were like, oh wow, he's going straight to hell, like blah blah blah. So he was like, okay, well, I'm going to show you what you want. So they put him into that box.
Oh.
That he responded to that in an artistic way, and then now he's saying like in earnest, like the song it seemed genuine, like he was like pleading to God to help him and like to guide him, show him the way.
It's like, so if you do want to change your life because of your past mistakes, you're not allowed to like change your life. I'm sorry. When I hear like people like ousting him and not allowing him to come in, it's like, so who is the one that's dictating like who is allowed and not to a religion? Like, I keep saying this, they're God's secretaries, and they're going to
God does not have secretaries. Like that's such a weird fake Christian behavior that I've seen my entire life growing up in a Baptist church in the South. And it's like, who are you to choose? Like, no one should be turning anyone away from the church. Like, religion is not anyone. Like, why are you gatekeeping Christianity? That's not cute. That's not a moment. And
I also saw they were like picking at him in this song because he was wearing a skirt.
Yes, he was wearing a skirt and a wig. And I saw he replied. He was like, "What do you mean? Like, Jesus wore a dress and had a 30-inch bust down."
I can't believe how many rules and how many, people are commenting on this. Like, you should be able to go and change your life if you want to at any point in time. I really do feel like you don't have to be a part of a religion to, pray to God. That's my thoughts in it. And I think that's part of why I'm so reluctant to like get involved in one. That's just my thoughts. Mm-hmm. But again, I don't know why they're dictating who can come in and out.
It's crazy. You can't play God. Even before this, like they were saying you're going to hell. I'm like, who are you playing God? Like, why are you trying to play God? That is a sin. And then people like to act holier than thou. They're like, oh wow, I can't believe you want to be a Christian, but you go around living that lifestyle. As a gay person, I'm like, do we really want to point fingers right now? Because y'all sin on the daily and don't care. Y'all pick and choose what sins you want to be mad about.
And who you want to be mad about.
And who you want to be mad, because I've seen all kinds of people do this and like they really go on him really hard.
Yeah,
yes,
Daddy Yankee.
Daddy, Daddy Yankee did say that he is,
Going
turning
to Christianity, and I haven't seen any
Christian
backlash on that one.
music. No, if any, everyone's sad because, they love the hits. We love the hits too.
Who doesn't love Gasolina?
I know, but and also just real quick, he said he was in his Christian era. People were mostly mad about him saying like, "Oh, I'm in my Christian era," and I was like, clearly he meant Christian music era. People have done Christian music, like done pop music, dropped a Christian album, like Tori Kelly did it, dropped a real Christian album real quick, and then they went back to pop. She was in her Christian music era. She was in her Christian music bag. So now he's in his Christian music bag. So yeah, play it up in the church. I don't mind. You have my stamp of
I like the song, honestly. I did hear it and I liked it. So.
Yeah, it was so nice. Like it was so genuine and it was so nice and it was so raw and emotional. So yeah, don't let anyone turn you away from religion if that's what you're into.
Absolutely. Now let's hop into our good news. The Native American tribe Cherokee Nation is celebrating its Wilma Macular Barbie. It's the latest edition in Mattel's Barbie Inspiring Women series. And Mattel honored her, saying she was a tireless advocate for social justice. Macular was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 1998 for her advocacy work supporting Native Americans, women, and children.
Right. And Queen Bee won the box office this weekend. I don't want to hear anything about Jamal always talking about Beyonce because she keeps doing things to be worth mentioning. Beyonce's Renaissance concert film was #1. It debuted at $21 million, the first time a movie opened at more than $20 million in its first weekend of December. Well, in more than 20 years at least. So it shows some parts of the concert and some behind-the-scene moments. It shows like the making of. It was so nice to go and experience it. I went with half the group. I bought like 6 tickets like right off the bat as soon as it went on sale. And like half the people that there weren't even really Beyonce fans, so they didn't know what to expect. Maybe I was there to convert them. I don't know. I was on a mission. But
well, I love hearing you talk about Beyonce all the time. Like it really gets you happy, and I think she's amazing too, Jamal. I know you were kind of, sad that she didn't make like the top 10 in Forbes.
Oh, it was fun. Well, she's #1 in my mind. She's number 2.
But I am surprised about that. It's just been seeing like how her concerts did, her movie. I mean, she's an icon.
It's fine. I think they had like 4 different like criteria or something. It was like some like money and like social impact and some media impact, something like that. I don't know. I don't care about that. But I know she's #1 in my heart. And watching that movie, I teared up so many times. And like she went back home to Houston. It was nice to see in my hometown. So I just see her doing all the things that she's done and like working so hard behind the scenes. And it really like, oh my God, it gives me so much drive. And I'm so proud to see somebody that came from where I'm from and be one of like the most celebrated women in the world. So it's really exciting. I love it.
I am excited too, Jamal.
Keep doing your thing, Beyonce. Stay in formation. All right, thank you guys so much for joining this week's Culture Report. We'll be back to continue the conversation next Thursday right here on 9 News Plus and 9news.com.